This is your girl Sonya with Deliberations with Sonya. Yesterday, the president said that he was going to bomb a country out of existence. However, I'm not even wanting to discuss any of that. What I really want to talk about is the real topic. On Deliberations with Sonya, I like to think of myself as the teacher, and everyone to erase all of what you thought in your mind is being bombarded with right now. Okay? That is not important. None of that is important. Okay? What's important is this. There's about 5 important things that you need to think about right now. The 5 things that we should talk about, and for the first time in a long time, I'm going to list them out first, and then I'm going to elaborate. A couple minutes on each, okay? Number 1, why is this man the president? 2, why did Republicans choose him as their candidate? 3, why did the American electorate overwhelmingly choose this person to be president? 4, what in the world are we going to do about our education system in the United States of America that is so severely and badly broken? If I were going to ever run for president of the United States, I wouldn't even be interested in being president of the United States. I would go and occupy the Department of Education. I would call all 50 states governors, the mayors of the biggest cities in those states, the top educators in the world, and all of the tech bros, and we would get it figured out. But number 5, what are we going to do to end this threat? Believe me when I say it is a threat. It is a threat bigger than anything. It is a threat bigger than what's going on in Iran. It's a threat bigger than what's going on with the Epstein files. It is a threat that could destroy the fabric of, I can't even say America anymore. I'm talking the freaking world. So let's go back to number 1. Why was this person elected POTUS? And we can make number 2. Why was he put in by the Republic? Let's just think about this. This man, throughout his entire career, has been known as a rich, okay? Let's not take shit away. Rich, okay? But it's a bunch of rich thieves, crooks, drug dealers, okay? So being rich is not a qualification for anything except for being rich, okay? And so this person already was a person of no character, a person of known criminal-minded, no ethics, no values, nothing but the appearance of wealth. That's what all those gold Trump towers was ever all about. This man learned early on that he could sell and trade on the facade of wealth. He could live a lifestyle that made other people look at him and say they want to be him. There's something inside of you, there's something inside of me that says wealth is good. We're Americans, so that is definitely true. It's the reason I have designer purses, designer shoes, Mercedes, and the rest of you do too. And we have to sit back and be able to separate that from a job description. I can walk into the Louis Vuitton store and grab a purse for $4,000-$5,000, but I don't think I'd be electing that person to represent me in the Congress, okay? There's going to be a whole lot of other things that I'm going to need, okay? I mean, you can look at these celebrities and stars, that's fantasy. When we deal with politics in America, we deal with reality. And the United States has sadly failed in our overall system of thinking, logical, analytical skills. And let's add the specter of race, because that is how Donald Trump got to the pinnacle of where he's at in politics in the United States. Okay? Now, let's go to why the Republicans picked him. 2 distinct reasons. Number one, the average politician is not rich. They have power, but they're poor. That brings something into the psyche that says, so you have to ask yourself, these sycophants, they too wanted the gold-laden life, the cars with drivers, the reservations at the top locations, the golf club memberships that cost $1 million a year. Okay? However, having the power of politics and making roughly several $100,000 a year, that's not going to cut it, not going to cut it. Not going to cut it, especially when you have to live in two different locations. You have to live at your home state and you have to live in Washington, D.C. Okay? So let's just keep it real. Most politicians are broke, which is why I've always said, I don't want to be a politician. I gotta be rich before I be a politician, because I can't be no broke politician. Because the broke politicians are crook. They do whatever they gotta do to get that money to be elected. So work with me now, work with me now. So you have someone who, through grift and through cheating and no value living and pillaging and standing on the heads of others, got a few extra coins and used those little coins to sprinkle on the poor other Republicans, and add into that the audacity, the audaciousness of being able to say, fuck them all. I'm Donald Trump. I'm rich. I got a business. This shit don't work out. I'm just gonna go back to the apprentice. So guess what? Yeah, all that racist shit I see in the police departments in New York City and all of our housing, all of this stuff, this man moved through the system because he had the audacity to grab up onto that white Christian nationalist bullshit, okay? And that meant, how could you call yourself a Christian and even use his name in a sentence? This man has been nothing but a scoundrel and just unapologetic about this shit. What the fuck? You ain't never repent. What the fuck is that now, Trump? Audaciousness is too big to repent. He ain't gonna repent for nothing. He can't even admit that he did no shit. What is wrong with y'all? And man, stop. I gotta stop. Back to the point. So now that we've dealt with one and the two, we have to get to the three. The people. Why did the people vote for him? Because the people in the United States of America are very inauthentic, okay? They like to bury their head in the sand. We like to wall ourselves away from others and act like we're just above it, okay? And in doing that, people allow themselves to believe that they were being attacked. That's the flim-flam. That's the Russia, China, splish splash that they did in the elections. Because, see, the number one thing you can always do when you live in a capitalist society is you can sow the seeds of, they're coming to get your shit. They're coming to take you away. They're coming to take you away. Ha ha. They're coming to take you away. Okay, that's Donald Trump's whole campaign. The Republicans' whole campaign. Okay, and Obama in his tan suit, he was the biggest of the devils that was coming to take your shit. I bet y'all wish y'all had a motherfucking president where the biggest problem you had is this choice of suit colors. Okay, keep it focused. Anyway, let's get to number 4. How did all of this happen? How did all of this happen? All of this happened because we do not have an education system in the United States of America, a uniform required curriculum that would give every state and every young person getting educated in every state a modicum of intelligence. And I'm not being nasty. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, stupid, look it up, is the sense of not knowing. And when you do not know things, required things, main things, things that are required to be a citizen of the United States, you have many, many foreigners who come and take the citizenship test to become citizens of the United States of America. And most Americans couldn't pass the fucking test. But I digress. Before, whether we impeach Donald Trump, remove Donald Trump, whatever the situation is, if the United States of America does not deal with its education problem, I don't know. I mean, I've been a Trekkie since day one, but I ain't trying to go no Mars. But you gotta ask yourself, what do you do when you just cannot move the masses because they're stupid? Do you disconnect? Do you just say, fuck it? I lost brain cells and probably heart muscles arguing with Trumpers and anti-Trumpers and people on both sides of the Jewish, Israeli, Gaza, Lebanese, blah, 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 blah. Alleged Christians, Christian nationalists, Muslims, black men who hate black women for being strong. Only strong because you're so damn weak. It's too much. And we have to force the United States of America. Do you know, in the Supreme Court argument last week, while they were trying to take away birthright citizenship, the Solicitor General of the United States of America was asked by a Supreme Court justice, under the birthright citizenship that you are trying to pass, would a Native American be a citizen of the United States? And you know what? That motherfucker scratched his head and said he didn't know. You can't make this shit up. And I'm not being facetious. What I'm saying is Americans are fucking stupid. And if we don't do something about it, and fire up to just Mars, goddammit, because I need to be wheels the fuck up. This has been Deliberations with Sonya. Each one teach one. School needs to be fucking in. 24/7, 365. No fucking breaks. Smooches, stay up. Don't be stupid.